Hello and welcome back. Today we're finally getting around to starting to build our above ground garden beds. But first I will catch you up on a couple of projects that we have going on here, and then we will get right into it. First, all of our compost bins are full once again and are divided into two different sections: cold compost and hot compost. The cold is just being left and it will decay and turn into compost at its own rate. The hot compost we turn every 4 to 5 days and is cooking quite quickly. We also had excess, so we just made a rubbish pile and we're letting it go on the ground. This is where we have been splitting wood that has been given to us by a local tree cutter. Rather than just paying to dispose of the tree timber and the cut logs, cut trunks, they are dropping us some of what they are hauling away so that they don't have to pay for it and we get it for free. We have the beginnings of the uncut wood stack here, where it is either quartered or cut into 16 to 20 inch lengths, some in different size pieces depending on what was brought to us. And these will dry for a period of 2 to 4 weeks before they get split. We have cedar on the left, oak on the right, and a whole oak stack already split and ready to go. Now, the initial amounts of firewood that we are cutting, we will keep in use for ourselves, as we like to grill, smoke, and cook outside quite a bit. It doesn't get too terribly cold even for Florida, although some Floridians may disagree. Once we have excess firewood, we may look into start selling some of it. The county continues to drop off a few loads of dirt for us every few days from ditches and a few places in the area that they are digging out. We are getting this material for free that we are going to be using to level out a few places and build up the ground level of a few low spots around the property. It's not what I would personally want to use for gardening when it comes to fruits, vegetables, things that people are going to eat. However, it is perfectly usable if you mix it up with gardening soil and potting soils and put it into flower garden beds and standard planters. So this material has many uses for us around our property. Now onto the garden beds. So I have repeatedly cleaned the ground of vines. As they come up, I dig and I purge them from the area. I cannot say that I got them all, but I have eliminated the vast majority. And then I began staking and running lines to illustrate how big my garden beds are going to be. And the general idea is for them to be about 4 feet across, with roughly 2.5 to 3 feet between. I do lose a little bit of space depending on how many of them I use to build my garden beds. All right, so through our efforts to get extra or spare materials from either family or friends, people who are just not using it, it's collecting dust, they don't have any plans for it, we have picked up, we have the standard 8-inch rectangle, the half rectangle, these concrete footers, which are L-shaped. When you put them together, they can be formed into a nice block. The only downside is they do have a gap in the side, so we're gonna have to put these together a little different. And then we have these 18-inch squares. And now that is significantly more cleaned up in just a minute. What a help a tractor is. And we're just going to burn the vines because we don't want them at all. And now I'm going to slog all the block. Thank you.